The most pivotal 2 days in the Oscar Pistorius trial kicked off today. Closing arguments. Both the defense and the prosecution get a chance to sway the judge's final verdict with their closing argument. It really is down now to who argues their case the most convincingly, how they build up a narrative of what happened when Oscar Pistorius shot his girlfriend Gerrie Nel 4 times through that locked toilet door. Gerrie Nel, chief prosecutor, was up first, and he came in guns blazing, wasting absolutely no time, with a quote saying that a criminal court case was like a blunt implement for getting out the truth. And the truth, according to Gerrie Nel, is that Oscar Pistorius was an appalling witness and that he lied persistently to the court. He went through a number of occasions about Oscar Pistorius' performance on the witness stand, saying that he was deceitful, that he forgot his own evidence, that he was inconsistent, and that he fabricated a version of events to cover his own lies and deceit. He also went into great detail about evidence, for example, of the duvet on the floor with the jeans on top of it. Oscar Pistorius claimed in his evidence that this was because of police tampering with the crime scene. But Nel said that Pistorius couldn't explain what it looked like before the police tampered with it. He said he was conveniently using this as an excuse to cover up what really happened that night. Essentially, the prosecution is painting a picture that Oscar Pistorius was a rageful narcissist who had a fight with Gerrie Nel, that she fled to the bathroom, locked herself in the toilet, and that he knowingly fired 4 shots through that locked toilet door, killing her. They have submitted that with respect, they believe Oscar Pistorius should be found guilty and convicted on all 4 counts as charged. These also include 2 additional charges of firing a gun recklessly and having ammunition illegally. Nel spent much of the day honing this argument. Now, there were no theatrical flourishes, the kind that you see on American television when it comes to legal cases. It's very technical arguments. Bear in mind that the written version of the prosecution's case is over 100 pages long. But in that, throughout the whole version, Nel goes on and on about Oscar Pistorius being a liar and that his version is fabricated. He doesn't read the whole version in court. He gave an executive summary of this, but the judge has the whole version and will be able to refer to that. Nel also asked a series of incredulous questions. Why did Gerrie Nel not speak back to Pistorius when he screamed at her on the night in question? All these questions, Nel said, raised serious doubts about the credibility of Oscar Pistorius' own version. He couldn't explain how he got those fans in from the balcony. He couldn't explain where they were to begin with. And also, Nel made much of the fact that Oscar Pistorius changed his defense. First, it was putative defense. I saw danger was approaching, and so I felt that I had to protect myself, and that's why I fired a gun. To involuntary action. I didn't know what I was thinking and just fired without thinking. Twice this happened, and then there was a 3rd attempt with the generalized anxiety disorder, but obviously this was kicked out by the court. Tomorrow, Barry Rue will have his day in the court when he presents his closing argument, and in about 4 weeks from now we could have a final verdict.